Hello Leo, and welcome to your March 2022 reading. And of course the month of March is the month of the equinox, of the spring, of Easter, of that renewal of life and light coming back. And it is in this beautiful state of mind that I meditated on your energies, and here is what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that I have is the Queen of Cups. Now the Queen of Cups, she represents your intuition. She represents, because the cups, you see the water, we're made of water. And when you look at her cup, you see how it's beautifully depicted, like the Ark of the Covenant here with the two angels on each side. The consciousness, inspiration, creativity, input, name it like you want. There's, it's very subtle, of the divine. Okay, that's why the Ark of the Covenant here is going to come, or it is received within ourselves, because it is within ourselves, but we will hear it through our vibration. A bit like when you throw a rock in a pond. It affects all of our cells. We're made of water, and this is what emanates from us. So, following one's intuition, or reaching, connecting to one's intuition, is actually connecting to cosmic intelligence, God, the divine, name it like you want. But it is a receptive tool. Okay? So, based on that, here you're getting a new understanding that's going to make you see, because the Queen of Swords is your perception. So here is the vibration of the divine. Here is, oh my God, how I perceive reality. I'm getting a new information about this, on this guy, on the devil. Okay? And so the devil, is all sorts of things, of course, but his main role is to, ruled by Saturn, it is to limit, see, it's the fight or flight, survival, slavery. If you fall for it, it will render you a slave of this reality. If you rise above it, then it can serve you by being, it represents focus, determination, like when you see a goat climbing a mountain and going to eat that grass there, discipline and so on, because there you go. Saturn rules this planet, and we are on this planet. So here, there's an information, an understanding about your own devil outside of you, whatever, that is changing your perception, and that information came from your intuition. There you go. And here, the third card, Ten of Pentacles, it is actually affecting your world, Ten of Pentacles. So your own empire, the past 10 years, the next 10 years, that kind of cycle of pentacles. It can be generational, like seeing generational karma or demon in your family, and finally seeing it from a completely different angle on that level. Okay, it can be different for all of you. Under the Queen of Cups, we have the World. So that new information, not only does it make you see a bit how the devil was activating in your life, but it will actually allow you to finish a cycle, or you're getting access to that information because you finished a cycle. We only have We're only able to receive the vibrations that we are open to. And sometimes when we're still in old dynamics of patterns, of karma and all of that, we just can't see it. But here you have the world right away, and under that the 9 of Wands. So that could be, I'm going to clarify, but with the Queen of Cups and the 9 of Wands together, that would be emotionally feeling that you have to protect yourself, that there is something unsafe and all of that. But now you're seeing exactly what was behind it. Under the Devil and that new information that changes your perspective of things, how you perceive reality, there's the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. And of course these are, 7 of Swords is the thief in the night. It's the card of disempowerment. It's the card of, it can go from procrastination to, you know, that actually thieving, in a sense of removing our idea, concept that we actually have power. That's the 7 of Swords. And all the sadness that goes with that. 5 of Cups. The losses, the grievings, and the sadnesses. Under that, I have the 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. So read that new vision or whatever really will put you into 2 of Swords. I have to make a decision. 2 of Pentacles. Well, there was the old way I used to see, you know, the reality that has been given to me from within me, and the one I'm seeing outside, or my old one. And these two things do not correspond. Jupiter in Capricorn. So that means I have to cut the chains of slavery, the veils, the disempowerment, in order for Jupiter, planet of, you know, expansion, discernment, and all of that, to be actually active in my life. I have to make a decision. And there with it, I have the High Priestess. Again, the High Priestess is that connection to the divine. It's aligned completely directly with the divine. So, but that we know within ourselves, not that is written anywhere. It's that inner knowing. When we connect to our soul actually tells us the truth. Okay, not our ego or not all the rest. That's the connection with the High Priestess. Under the 10 of Pentacles, I have a bunch of cards that came out, but here, 10 of Cups, 6 of Wands, Knight of Wands, 2 of Wands. So another 2 here, okay? And so the 2 make a decision here, what is my reality, and then I'm going to actually have to act accordingly to what I understood. So that means I will not be able to act in the same way I was acting, bring my willpower in the same way I was bringing it before. Outside of my comfort zone, I am bringing myself, you're actually going to go for it in a state of being where I have nothing to prove, because I understand now exactly what that cycle was about. The laurel crown here on my head, on the ones around me, and it is leading me to the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is that super high vibration where all the waters within me are filled with light. And light and water creates a rainbow. And that's when, on that state of being, I can actually exchange with other people on a vibrational level. And here, Ace of Swords, I get it all. I understand it. This will actually bring another truth. So it's going to be like, kind of thing. Okay? So you're finishing a cycle, you're seeing the devil, And then you're like, I'm understanding it and I'm choosing my new path. All right, let's clarify this for Leos. I call, well, you had your new, you had your new moon in Leo not so long ago. And that can be the workings of the moon, okay? Of your moon. Shedding light on the shadow. Because this is a beautiful grasp of consciousness here. Okay. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Leos for the month of March 2022. Okay, let's look at the Queen of Cups. Let's look at the Queen of Cups. All right, Queen of Cups, Four of Cups, Eight of Cups. And the difference between those two is that this one kind of thinks that what is possible out there, what exists on an emotional vibration, okay, when it comes to grace, peace, love, creativity, you know, what is possible, how high it can go. It limits it to what it has experienced until now. So it can be all the best they've had and on the worst that they had. These three cups, been there, done that. Not knowing, not seeing, not even believing in that extra cup. The difference with this one is that this one actually took case of the cups that have been there, done that here. In this case, 8 cups. It's not enough. But I know there's more out there, and I'm actually going to use my willpower and make that inner decision to go for it. That's the difference between the two. So it's like if in your inner knowing, it's like, no, we can rise above this. There's a higher level of consciousness. Emotional consciousness is that inner knowing that does not pass through the brain as just in. And of course it can talk of love, and it can talk of all of these things also, depending on where you are. But actually knowing that there's more and allowing it to happen, because this guy believes in it. Let's look at the devil. That probably the devil was telling you, no, it does not exist. The devil was like, you know, 7 of swords here for you. 7 of swords, disempowering you from the fact that, no, we can rise the vibration. I can live and experiment something that is much higher. Maybe something of the 6 of cup. Here, the understanding of what the 6 of cup is and changing your perception towards it. 6 of cups, you have 2 children with white flowers in their cups. They don't have emotional baggage. They're not like, you fulfill my empty cup, or here's my baggage. No, it's white, purified flowers. And they are children because it's that innocence of being able to give and receive with nothing attached to it. That it is just normal to be loved unconditionally. Opening up of the heart chakra, of the consciousness of the heart chakra. Here, 10 of Like saying, oh yeah, others but not me, me I only have sadness and misery. That's a Seven of Swords. That's disempowering you completely from what could be in your life. But you're changing your perception here. Ten of Swords, not Ten of Swords, but Ten of Pentacle for Leos. Ten of Pentacle. Ah, Queen of Wands. That's your feminine. And your feminine with the fire, of course, the feminine is the active in the invisible, as the masculine is the active in the visible. And we have both within ourselves, whether you're a man or a woman. Here, the Queen of Wands is, this is what I desire, this is what I want, and I am actually attracting it towards me because my fire is constantly aiming at the sun. That's why there's a sunflower behind her. And by doing so, and that's why she's the law of attraction, she will actually attract that towards her. That's how we dance with the universe. Let's look at, and of course here it's in reverse, that Four of Cups, because if you're in the Four of Cups, how can you bring more towards you? You can only bring more of the same. The World. What was the World here? Why is the World there for Leos? The Magician. By finishing that cycle, it puts you back into your capacity to actually manifest something. And here, Seven of Pentacles, after maybe a dry spell of doing your due diligence, you know, is like gardening, is willpower, is one that's transformed into a shovel. He shovels his garden, but there's no fruits in there. Let's look at that Nine of Wands. Aha. King of Sword. Here is the Ace of Sword. Ace of Sword, Ace of Sword. Eight of Pentacle. Investment, commitment. What am I actually carving in this reality? I know what I want to invest in. Ace of Sword. I see what I want to manifest. And I'm going to go for it, even if I've never had this experience before. King of Sword, a decision. What you understood maybe last month is making you make this decision. That there's more out there, I'm going for it. This is what I'm going to invest in it. I will not be afraid and holding back. I will not disempower myself and cry over what, you know, was the sadnesses in the past here. But I'm just going to flow with my heart chakra. Show me that Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups here. Seven of Swords. So you're really seeing... yeah, okay. So, Ace of Cups. The Hermit. And the Two of Cups here. And here I have the Pope also. Pope, High Priestess. I'm just going to put these back because there's these are the ones that really stuck out. The Hermit will follow his inner truth. The Queen of Cups receives the message from the soul, and the High Priestess here, from the soul, from the divine, from the light. She receives it inside of her. It's that little voice inside of you, the good one, okay, not the one of your ego. And here is that Ace of Cups of here where you decided and you had the intuition, the inner understanding that it was out there. There it is. You will not disempower yourself towards it, but walk with wisdom to go and grab that Ace of Cups. It's a beautiful opening here. Let's look at the High Priestess, King of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. How the moves are going to be made. Your King of Pentacles is the one responsible of your reality here in the 3D world, okay? In the sense of he's the one that is going to find solutions, that is going to support you in what you invest yourselves in. And here with the 8 of Wands, that tells me that your fire will be correctly invested in this reality, leading one thing to another here for your growth, okay, for your expansion. Okay, let's look at the 10 of Cups here with the 2 of Wands, 6 of Wands, Knight of Wands. Look at that fire, but a beautiful balanced fire leading to the 10 of Cups. Knight of Sword. Oh, you're getting it. 10 of Wands. You're really letting go of your old way of doing things because you're rising above. And here you are, Leo. You're rising above the programming of your education, your baggage, society, culture, and so on. You're rising above that to be in your higher self that understands how the universe works. And this is where you're heading. It's like, that is my truth. Not that. That is my truth. Ace of Sword. And what is that truth? Three of Cups. Page of Wands. Well, what is that truth? You're leaving your old baggage and embarking into that new truth, into that new way of doing things. And it has to do with actually rising the vibration. Rising a vibration is not a small thing. You know, when we say, and we know proven even science, you know, on a science level, when you have like a bunch of people meditating on a high level, it actually reduces the statistics of crimes in cities and things like that, where the meditation and the rising of that vibration and love, peace, serenity, grace. So you're embarking on that for your life, but I think it's going to have a very big impact around you, Leo, because you emanate. But you're making a choice of what you're going to follow. And I think you're seeing a shadow of inside of you, outside of you, and you're actually choosing to free yourself from it by following your light. If we speak purely in the verbs of light and shadow, this is what you're going to do. So how am I going to call that? I mean, I think you're getting a grasp on shadow, on your shadow. So understanding shadow, clearing shadow. That's a good one to represent what is there. So on this, and speaking of shadow, of course, on the world level, we are dealing with a lot of shadows right now. And my heart goes to all of you that are dealing with this from close or far. And yes, it is a crucial time to follow your light within yourselves, because when the Kaisers fight among themselves in their principalities, it is the people that pay for it. So here, keeping your light, seeing exactly what is out there and what is inside of you at the same time. My beautiful Leos, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and please help grow the channel by subscribing. If you want a private reading, the description is below. There's an email. You write to me, I write to you back. And of course, if you see a phone number in the comments, it is not me, even if it is written Mystic Witch Tarot. And also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, on the new moon, this time on the 2nd, 3rd of February in Pisces, I'm going to do a little ceremony to give you back, to ask the universe to give you back. And so, on that, all my love and light. And I'll see you next month.